After being left out of the college football playoff, Notre Dame announced they would not participate in any bowl games.
Hey, it's a Catholic university. It makes sense that they would pull out early.
Love. Jeremiah Love with a spin. Here he goes. Jeremiah Love.
Damn.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nerd Chronicles, with your host, associate awkward nerd Christian Paul speaking. And ladies and gentlemen, the block has been hot regarding the official lineup for the college football playoff, starting next Saturday at the time of this recording, which would be December 20th. Actually, specifically December 19th and December 20th, in regards to the final teams that have mainly came into play. And I know the block has been extremely hot for some teams that have been frustrated that they weren't called, especially with the head-to-head with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Miami Hurricanes, in which the College Football Playoff Committee actually picked Miami over Notre Dame due to the head-to-head matchup from early September, in which Miami actually gutted out a tight one up by 3 points. And the coach, the players, the AD, the whole school, they were so fuming. They literally had to bolt out and chose not to participate in the bowl game. And even the AD had some words to say in regards with the whole situation with the ACC.
No secret. We were shocked. I would say mystified. We had one of the most dominant 10 games runs in the history of college football. We're one of those handful of teams that could absolutely win the national championship this year. What we were really surprised by and disappointed was how the ACC conference really went on a social media campaign, in my opinion, attacking our football program. The ACC is important to us, and we're important to the ACC. I think it has done some real damage, and I think the ACC knows that. Rankings, and I said it, so I'm repeating myself, but they can't be a game of musical chairs at a fifth grade birthday party. Thought we knew where we stood, week in and week out, and then, oh, by the way, here we go. Here's the selection show. Just kidding. Making the decision not to play in this year's bowl game was a decision solely isolated to this year. Everybody has eyes on Marcus. College has eyes on Marcus. NFL has eyes on Marcus. I bet Hollywood has eyes on Marcus, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the next, Leo DiCaprio movie with Martin Scorsese. He'll use this as motivation at the right time. He's got a long memory.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, the college football playoff has some imperfections. We should actually take that into account for sure, 100%. But we must not forget what it's originally designed to do mainly in the first place. The playoff committee have done their job. They did what they're supposed to do. They finalized the teams that they needed to finalize, that they felt would be a good fit at the end of the day. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, somebody will be left out of the process, regardless. Their criteria definitely is strength of schedule, FPI. They also definitely factor the current roster on the team and who's currently playing, who's injured, and also head-to-head matchup as what's been stated from the beginning. Yes, there are talks, and there's definitely guarantees that they are going to expand the field to 14 teams now. And it could be possibly to get expanded to 16, maybe 18, who knows? But regardless of all of that, irrespective of those teams, somebody will be left out of the pack regardless. No matter who it is, even if they bring back Notre Dame, whatever it was, somebody will be left out of the pack regardless. Even if they have a 14-team schedule, 14-team format, right? Excuse my words on what I'm saying. The field of 14. Now you factor in Texas. Now you factor in BYU, Notre Dame, and Vanderbilt. And some teams are going to get left out in the process too. And if you deal with the 16 to 18, there could be 20 teams that could be in line for a national championship, which a few of those teams will be left out regardless. So again, I feel for Notre Dame. It's very unfortunate that they had to deal with that type of ordeal and they had to actually deal with that curveball. But again, it is cutthroat. Somebody will be left out of the pack over some stuff that's out of their control. The best way to handle some stuff like this and to counter stuff like this is to mainly try to go undefeated or win out, or have your AD come with some deals with some extremely tough competitive conferences, which they'll have like a lot of football teams that'll be able to compete in the college football playoff. So you'll be able to have more than likely your strength of schedule improve in the hopes that your odds will be able to improve when getting into next year's college football playoff. That would be the best way to go. You know what I'm saying? Having a pity patty, having the whiny moments, always complaining, because there's always going to be debates happening. There's always going to be debates happening on like which teams to go, which teams to not go. It's always going to be up for debate regardless of what happens. Moving forward, and especially in the current now. There's always going to be some team left out, and there's not much that we can do about it. All we can do in this moment is to enjoy the ride and enjoy the chaos and watch the fun unfold for the next couple of weeks. Chris Paul for Nerd Chronicles is signing out. Deuces.
I hate it here. I want to come home. Everybody's so mean, and there's this one guy who follows me around and calls me fat.